How long I've been waiting for this. Woo, am I gonna make a name for myself here?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight with your host, Maddox. And let's get straight into this, man. Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. She finally did an interview, a one-on-one interview on Fox. I got some things to say, but I got a few clips up here, right? So let's just go through a few clips one by one, shall we? Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we got here. The first one, I'm gonna go with this one.
We recognized from day one that, to the point of this being your first question, it is a priority for us as a nation and for the American people. And our focus has been on fixing a problem. And from day one, then, we have done a number of things, including to address our asylum system and put more resources, getting more judges, what we needed to do to tighten up penalties and increase penalties for illegal crossings, what we needed to do to deal with points of entry between border entry points. That's the work we did, and we worked on supporting what was a bipartisan effort, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress,
All right.
to actually strengthen the border. That border bill would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border, which is why I believe the Border Patrol agents supported the bill. It would have allowed us to stem the
She's being disingenuous, by the way, but let's continue.
flow of fentanyl coming into the United States, which is a scourge affecting people of every background, every geographic location in our country, killing people. It would have allowed us to put more resources into prosecuting transnational criminal organizations, which I have done as the Attorney General, former Attorney General of a border state.
Madam Vice President, a couple of things.
Prosecuted trafficking of drugs, guns, and human beings. And Donald Trump, but let me just finish.
Six Democrats voted against that bill.
Learned about that bill and told them to kill it because he preferred to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And in this election, this is rightly a discussion that the American people want to have. And what
Y'all caught that, right? Whenever you see people who keep saying, but Trump shot it down, the Republicans shot it down, they never bring up the Democrats who also agreed to shut it down.
they want are solutions, and they want a president of the United States who's not playing political games with the issue,
I hear you.
but actually is focused on fixing
Six
it.
Democrats voted against that bill. It would have allowed 1.8 million illegal immigrants into the country a year. A lot of conservatives had a problem with it. These are the six Democrats. But more importantly, back to the original premise.
See? I'm glad he brought that up. But as much as people are going to say, Trump shut it down, he didn't shut nothing down. He didn't shut it down. He wasn't even in the voting process to shut it down. So how can he shut it? It makes no sense at all. While we on this border situation, right? You know what I thought about? Since Kamala Harris was controlling the border, or you could say her and Biden administration left so much illegals and legals in at the same time, we always call America a woman. She, the Statue of Liberty, our nation, we kind of put that name on America as a woman. Kamala Harris turned America into a 304. She did. She turned America to a 304. Or slut. Think about it. Mad niggas ran through America. Mad niggas ran through the border. If the border is America's vagina, mad dudes ran through. She ran the border like a like a 304. It was like, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. But in her case is, it ain't no fun if the migrants can't have none. Guess who back in the house? That's what happened. Think about it. If America is a woman, America got the train ran on by mad migrants. And if you think about it, if America is a woman, on women in general, who's the number one protector of women? It would be a man, right? So why should we let a woman like Kamala Harris, not saying women can't do it, but a woman like Kamala Harris protect America? I always say a lot of women give women bad advice. So Kamala Harris ran America bad, man. Let's be honest, man. Turned to America to I got holes in different area codes, man. It's just what it is. But let's go with a different clip, right? Another clip that I want to address. Let's see what Kamala Harris had to say on this clip.
Time you said repeatedly that the border was secure. When in your mind did it start becoming a crisis?
I think we've had a broken immigration system transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration, even before. Let's.
Wow. Did y'all catch that? Wow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna rewind it.
In that time you said repeatedly that the border was secure. When in your mind did it start becoming a crisis?
I think we've had a broken immigration system transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration, even before. Let's all be honest about that. I have no pride in saying that this is a perfect immigration system. I've been clear, I think we all are, that it needs to be fixed. We need more. I was just down at the border talking with border agents, and they will tell you, and I'm sure you probably, I know you investigate and you are a serious journalist. They will tell you, we need more judges. We need to process those cases faster. We need the support for those cases that should be prosecuted. They need more resources, and Congress ultimately is the only place that that's going to get fixed, Brett.
Well,
wow. So her and Joe Biden keep saying Trump messed with the borders. It was a disaster. We got it under control. We got it under control. And then she basically admitted that it's been a disaster before Trump came in office. And it's still basically a big issue now. You see how she played in our face, how she lied like that? And then try to reverse it after it. This is wild, man. I get both sides can lie. Democrats and Republicans, they both have been lying to us. Let's be honest. I'm not a person that's going to be biased just to one side of a party. No. Both sides have done their share of damage or their share of lies. Let's be honest, right? That's why I always tell black people, do not be loyal to either side. For example, black people are more loyal to Democrats than any other racial group. Black people are more loyal to Democrats than the Hispanics, than the Asians, than the whites, than the Jewish people. We are. The African American black. That's why I keep saying black people got Stockholm syndrome with the Democrat Party. And you wonder why things get done for other people, not just blacks. I hope y'all follow that. Let's go to another clip, man. Let's see what Kamala said in this clip. Mind you, I'm putting up random clips, by the way. So
Stands that the vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us.
Madam Vice President, more than 70% of people
that is
tell
about turning the page on rhetoric that people are frankly exhausted of, Brett.
More than 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track.
79%.
If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't.
One more time.
3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person
What? Hold on. What? She can't. Yo, this is crazy. This is wild to me.
in the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But you're
people
the
have
lever of
become.
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, the former.
First of all, Kamala Harris, think about it, y'all. He asked her about her and Biden the last 3.5 years while they are currently in office. She says, but Donald Trump is running. What? Not in office. The people who are in office has the power, not the person who's running. This makes no sense. And she brings up the last decade. The last decade, Democrats was in office more than Republicans. Talking about in the White House. What are you talking about? Y'all been in D.C. Think about it. If you want to go back to it, right? Let's go back to Obama, right? Trump came in 4 years. Biden, 4 years. So, 2 Democrat, 4 Republican, and 4 more Democrat. Democrats been running D.C. majority in the past decade.
Chief of Staff to the President, Donald Trump, former defense secretaries, national security advisor, and his vice president. One, that he is unfit to serve, that he is unstable, that he is dangerous, and that people are exhausted with someone who professes to be a leader who spends full time demeaning and engaging in personal grievances and it being about him
Madam
instead
Vice
of
President,
the American people. People are tired of that.
If that's the case, why is half the country supporting him? Why is he beating you in a lot of swing states? Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening?
This is an election for president of the United States. It's not supposed to be easy.
I know, but
It's not supposed to be. It is not supposed.
Come on, lady. Come on, man. Kamala. Come on, man. Come on, Kamala. Come on. I think her team did her a disservice by not letting her get used to hardball interviews and not taking hard questions. You can kind of tell she's not really used to this type of style of interview. This same guy interviewed Trump a while back, and he's firm on he was firm on Trump. So he wasn't being biased. He's actually firm on Trump also, and he's firm on her. This is his interview style. Do I agree with it from the beginning necessarily? Of not letting her complete her full out answer because he knows she's about to do word salad. At least let her say the word salad and then you check on that. That's the only thing that I might disagree with him on. But otherwise, she's folding under pressure. Just imagine if she's in front of Putin or one of the other foreign country leaders who is way more hardcore than Brett. Just imagine can you understand if she's folding under an interview, she possibly can fold under some power struggle with another nation, if that makes sense. I think I have one more clip up here. Yeah, one more clip. Let's see what Kamala has to say right now. Let's see what Kamala had to say.
But
You call
let's not
Donald
diminish
Trump.
the significance
you
of that.
call Donald Trump. He's misguided. You say now
He's
he
unstable.
is unstable.
He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions on behalf of the American people.
There were no concerns raised?
Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And Donald Trump
But
is,
you talked about it.
And Donald Trump
After George Clooney said within a few minutes of talking to President Biden at a fundraiser that he thought this was not the same Joe Biden that we saw on the debate stage.
Donald Trump is on the ballot.
I understand. You met with him at least once a week for 3.5 years. You didn't have any concerns?
Facts.
I think the American people have a concern about Donald Trump, which is why the people who know him best, including leaders of our national security.
Do you understand when they interviewed J.D. Vance, right, which is going to be Trump vice president / his running mate right now, they were asking him questions about Trump and saying that he wasn't answering questions about Trump, that X, Y, and Z. Although he was answering questions about Trump, not in the way how they wanted to answer. I get it, right? So now they put the same medicine to her by asking her about her boss, about his mental decline. She turned around and says Trump is unstable, unfit. So what does that say about Joe Biden? If he destroyed Joe Biden in a debate and we saw Joe Biden's mental decline, which was actually sad, I'm not even gonna lie, it hurt my heart, on a public stage like that. So, if you're saying Trump is mentally unfit and unstable, and he's in a way better shape than Joe Biden, what are you really saying about Joe Biden then? And you're still going to sit here and lie because you have first dibs to see or first-hand experience knowing that he was declining. This is the reason why a lot of Joe Biden's people have an issue with Kamala Harris' team. Because they felt like it was a coup to get him out. Let's be honest. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. So hold on, y'all. I have another random clip, right? This had nothing to do with Kamala Harris. No, I'm lying. It does. But not Kamala Harris clip. It's a random woman on TikTok who have a message for black men.
All the men that want to fight against Kamala potentially being the next president, I need y'all to pick a better battle. Go to court and fight for custody for your kids. Fight that job that you've been working for 10 years that keep passing over you when it comes to a promotion. Fight them. Fight your landlord for not fixing the plumbing in your apartment for the last 3 years. Fight them. Those are fights to fight. This one is not it. Y'all are choosing to be upset about the wrong shit.
All right. Let's play that one more time. One more time.
For all the men that want to fight against Kamala potentially being the next president, I need y'all to pick a better battle. Go to court and fight for custody for your kids.
All right. First of all, this is the problem with a lot of these black women, not all black women, but women like this. It's why I keep saying the Stockholm syndrome is real amongst black people with the Democratic Party. They say black women are the most educated person in America. And if colleges are brainwashing centers now, more like centers to brainwash you with wokeness, that means that black women are the most brainwashed in America. Because they're being educated by that system, right? So, no wonder the Democratic Party can brainwash black people, especially black women like herself. And all black women don't fall under this category. Women like her try to insult men by saying, have a better fight and take care of your children, or fight for custody of your children. First of all, how about members, your body, your choice, right? The same thing that Kamala Harris is leading the campaign with. How about you make better choices of the men you sleep with? Because most of the men that have children are active fathers in their children's lives. Black men I'm talking about. Black men are the most active with their children than any other race, right? The problem is most of women like this are having baby with a small amount of men. And in that small amount of men, you have a high rate of deadbeats in that small amount. So if you're picking deadbeats to have intercourse with, to have babies, then the choice is yours. The guy's automatically to blame, don't get me wrong, but the choice is yours because you're picking them. So mind you, to try to put that on saying, go get custody of your kids, the men who are going to fight for custody of their children, the course is more in your favor, and you usually get more custodial rights of the parent. Of the child, It usually goes to the women. So why should a man have to even fight for his children in the first place? So you sound foolish because men do not want to vote with emotions. And you're trying to shame men.
Fight that job that you've been working for 10 years that keep passing over you when it comes to a motion. Fight them. Fight your landlord for not fixing the plumbing in your apartment for the last 3 years. Fight them. Those are fights to fight. This one is not it. Y'all are choosing to be upset about the wrong shit.
We are not choosing to be upset about the wrong ish. The thing is, black men has woke up while y'all still, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. You're still dreaming. This is the reason why. This is crazy what I'm about to say, man. This is the reason why it was way more to have a one house effective vote, because the man and the woman could come together and make an effective, informative decision for their vote. Now, women are voting more than men, but they're voting out of emotion, not really what's good for people in general. They vote because something make them feel good. These same type of women who make the Democrat make them feel good, they'll vote for them. It's the same way how they pick their boyfriends. Because the man make them feel good. Versus is he actually good for them? So therefore, women like her are saying, fight for your kids, get custody, because you have most likely you have picked a bad man. It's like you vote bad. For the people out there who get what I'm saying, y'all get what I'm saying. And for the woman like her to try to shame black men into not voting for Kamala Harris, we don't want to vote for a woman that's okay with having taxpayers' money pay for sex changes for transgender people. Sex change for men turn into trans women. We wish that she was better than Trump, but she's just not. Right? Her running mate signed an executive order for gender affirming care. And one of the things that's in that plan is also surgery for minors with the consent of a parent. How can you be okay with that? They got tampons in boys' bathrooms. They have urinals in women's bathrooms. They got trans women, aka man, in women's sports. How can you be okay with that? And I don't have an issue with the trans community, but real is real. If you okay with that far extreme agenda, fellas out there and women out there, y'all could, especially the women out there, y'all complain about sassy men. Be prepared to raise a next generation of sassy men. Because the woman like this vote stupid. They took prayer out of schools, but put a LGBT agenda in the schools now. To be perfectly honest, I don't think most LGBT, I probably said that they think wrong, are even okay with this. It's a slap to their face that they're ushering in an agenda by shoehorning in or Trojan horsing it in through the LGBT movement. That is a disrespect to the LGBT community. They should be fighting against this because your number one thing should be arithmetic, academic type of things in school. That's it. If you feeling you have an urge for the same sex, that's outside of school. That's what you and your parent. So I have no issue with y'all lifestyle. That is who you are. You live your lifestyle. But how they try to shoehorn it into children is unacceptable. So the women out here like her are voting for things like that to happen. That I'm voting because she's a woman, but you're voting for that also. They're telling women that you are a birthing person. How can a woman be a birthing person? That is a woman. That is a mother. That is your mommy. That's your sister. That's your auntie. That's your grandma. That's your niece. That's your cousin. Not a birthing person. But then you wonder why the boys growing up sassy, because they're getting raised under ish like this. So for the people out there who are saying, well, Kamala Harris brung up policies for black men exclusively. And y'all black men need to be quiet and y'all idiots because she does something for y'all or propose something for y'all and y'all still mad. How about this? If you actually read what she wrote, how about we think it's BS? That's why. And why this thing wasn't brought up a while ago. Because you know what happened? You thought you had our vote guaranteed automatically. It took Obama to come out and try to chastise black men like if black men was his children. Right? That's what it did. Then it was a bad backlash. So now Kamala Harris come out, I want to address the black men and give them some policy proposals. Right? Let's read two that people tend to confuse this. Talking about it's for black men only. No, it's not. Let me turn this sideways. All right. It says, Vice President Harris will deliver for black men and their families. Right? This is what she says. Let's go with the first one. It says, provide 1 million forgivable loans up to $20,000 to black entrepreneurs and others who have a good idea but don't have the resources, connections, or access to the capital to get their business off the ground. First of all, if it's forgivable, why not call it a grant? Loans, you usually have to pay back. So it's not 1 million, it's 1 million, it's basically 1 million loans that's worth up to 20,000, right? So it says, what it says? To black entrepreneurs and others. That's the trick. You know, old commercials, they say, this toy is good. Batteries not included. Mad quick. Yo, you could get this, skip it, da, 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 from Bradley Brothers. Batteries not included. It's the fine print. It says other. Who is others? So therefore, it's not just for black men. It says others. So that means that black men aren't going to exclusively benefit from this, because it says others. And another one that I found very, I found this to be disrespectful as hell. This is me. It said legalize marijuana at the federal level to break down unjust barriers that hold black men and other Americans back. So you want to have a full federal over marijuana? So you think about black men, you think about marijuana? Your father had an issue with that, Kamala. When you were in the Breakfast Club and you associated Jamaican roots with weed, and your father had an issue with that comment. I have an issue with this comment. I got locks. I don't smoke weed at all. My cousin don't smoke weed at all. I know a lot of black men who don't smoke weed. This is very insensitive to legalize marijuana. It's still going to be others who's going to benefit from it. Not like, yo, listen, we're going to federalize marijuana, but only black men benefit. No, this is bullshit. Let me see what else I have here, because this thing right here, my screen has been acting dumb. Let me turn this way, maybe. But basically, man, that's one thing that I wanted y'all to understand, wanted y'all to see, man. So basically, this basically is basically BS. I gotta do something real fast. My thing is acting up. But I know I got mad downtime right now, but my eyes are straining right now from the little ass screen. So listen, when I put it on the screen, pause it and zoom in. It may show big on your screen, but on my little phone right now, this thing is like, whatever, nigga. You better read me. You better read me. Sometimes, Kamala Harris, your mouth might get you in trouble. Or your mouth might be the problem in situations. Like this interview. I'm sorry, man. The mouth can be Donald Trump's problem too at times. I'm not going to act like it ain't. You know, but with that being said, man, I'm out, man. Hold on. If I'm forgetting something, well, later.